Hello. All right, we're gonna get this party started. Welcome, everyone. Wow, I feel like you guys are like so far away from me. Welcome, everyone, to the AT&T Forum. My name is Celeste Carrasco. I'm Director of Public Affairs for AT&T. And I am proud to partner with ALVA and ALPFA today to have this very important conversation event and conversation. And in the evening, awards, people staying over for the awards. Yes, maybe. Yeah. So at AT&T, we are committed to veterans in general, but Latino veterans are my own personal passion. I'm happy to be here and be a part of this event today, in which Danny, who's still checking his phone, will kick us off. So thank you so much for coming, and let me turn it over to Danny Vargas.
Good afternoon, everyone. Buenas tardes. Thank you all for joining us. I want to thank specifically AT&T for hosting us for all of today's activities. I want to thank all of our sponsors, PMI, Wells Fargo, JP Morgan Chase, AT&T, Accenture, and others. We've also got the great privilege of being able to partner with ALPFA's DC chapter today. So Dr. Valerie Maya is with us today. A round of applause for Valerie. And she'll be sharing a few words. We've also got Morgan Stanley and RSM joining us today. And then also, for those of you who haven't signed up for the job matchmaking later this afternoon, you still have time to do so. We've got great employers here joining us today. And then if you can stick around for today's awards reception, you're gonna have a great time. It's always an enriching, rewarding, and emotional activity. And we've got incredible honorees that we'll be recognizing this evening. The one thing that I will share with you is the fact that we all know that we just had a big election in this country. And we know that despite whatever you may have voted for, whether you're happy or not with the outcome, we all had the opportunity to vote. And it reminds me that for the last 248 years, we've had millions of men and women who've been willing to don the cloth of our country to defend our rights to vote. So we want to thank them for their service, their sacrifice, having fought, bled, and died to defend our freedoms. So we need to be cognizant of that as well. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to my partner in crime, Dr. Valerie Maya.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. So this is definitely a labor of love. I want to call out a few people that helped us with the programming for veterans of ALPFA. I wanted to make sure that we had the voice of the people that we are really trying to elevate and support for this event and this evening's festivities. And so I wanted to call out Paulina, por favor, stand up. Edgar Jimenez, please. And a couple of our committee members that are not here that helped us achieve the programming was Sebastian Perez from CQ, Carlos Jerez, which, believe it or not, he actually lives in Utah, but helped us cater the programming very carefully.
So thanks, Danny. I was just checking my math, and this is my third year getting a chance to come be a part of this event, and I'm honored every year that I get to do this. For those who don't know, I am Mark Elliott. I'm the Global Head of Military and Veteran Affairs for JP Morgan Chase. But I think more importantly, and even more important today, is what Danny just said. I spent 28 years in uniform, and it's days like this that remind you that despite the outcomes of elections, folks still serve. And I think we need to really reflect on that, because that's what's important. That's what makes this country amazing and unique. And that's what makes others who come behind us be willing to serve, because as Danny said, you get a chance to exercise that right. And I think for those of us in the room who have served, you've probably been in places where that's not always the case. I can remember when I was in Iraq, going around the day of the election and looking at the women in particular, be able to show you their purple finger because they got a chance to vote. And so what do I do at JP Morgan Chase? Well, it's just that. It's giving veterans, military spouses an opportunity to benefit from that service. And we take that, to heart because we think that's important. We think that's our civic duty as an organization to make sure that when you don that uniform, it stands for something. And more importantly, when you take it off, we demonstrate that we've got your back. And we do that in a number of different ways, whether it's around helping you find careers, not just jobs, helping you start businesses if entrepreneurship is something you want to do, but also reaching out to communities through some of the philanthropic work that we do. We also think that's important. But what's also important is partnering with organizations like, ALVA and ALPFA to make sure that no segment of our military is forgotten or left behind. And at JP Morgan Chase, that's something that we take great pride in. My partner, Silvana Montenegro, who will be here a little bit later on, leads our Advancing Hispanics and Latinos, and she and I partner a lot together to make sure that we are doing our part for all the different communities that we are trying to ensure that we uplift and we demonstrate they add value to everything we do, whether it's as a business or in protecting our freedoms. We think that's important. And so we're honored to be here with you all. I'm so proud to be a partner with Danny in this, and I thank you all for those of you who served or those of you who support those who serve. So thank you, and thank you for allowing us to be a part of this.
I'd like to ask Ruben Morales from Wells Fargo to join us.
Thanks, Danny. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Just want to say on behalf of Wells Fargo, really proud to partner with Danny ALVA, focusing on veterans and Latino segment. I mean, what an incredible space to be in, and what an important group to support. So whether it's looking for diverse talent to join Wells Fargo, or for folks that are starting small businesses, or looking to become homeowners, Wells Fargo is very serious to serve the segment of the population, veterans. We have particular programs and services specifically for veterans, and we're committed to the Latino segment through a number of different initiatives, not the least of which is an agreement and a partnership with Unidos US to try to create 4 million new Latino homeowners by the year 2030. So hopefully pulling together, we can help achieve that goal. So proud to join my other corporate sponsors, and let's get on with the show. Danny.
And then Morgan Stanley. Samantha.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you again for joining us this afternoon and taking time to support this wonderful event. My name is Samantha Greco. I am the VP of Events for ALPFA DC and a financial advisor at Morgan Stanley Wealth Management. Here with me today is my colleague, ALPFA, and I'll let her say a few words.
Hello, everybody. How you doing today? So we are here representing Morgan Stanley. I'm pretty sure all of you are super tired from last night and watching the TV and kind of counting. So I wanted to let you know I'm a first vice president. I work as a risk officer. I cover in wealth management. I cover 2 states, 7 branch offices. As a global firm, one of the things that we have done really good is representing Morgan Stanley around the world. Right now, part of the stuff that we have done is we have working with partnerships with organizations like Ivory Lounge, the National Association of Black Accountants, the Association of Latino Professionals of America, and with initiatives such as return to work for veterans, recruiting programs that we have initiated. We have an immense of different departments where we seek to hire veterans. Part of what we do is, for example, we started a program called the India Veterans Hiring Program. This program launched in 2021 as part of our return to work. And this is one of the big efforts that we have done throughout the years, just continue adding inclusion and improving our D&I in all of the departments within Morgan Stanley. Our commitment to support the veterans to the partnerships with the Department of Defense through the Hiring Our Heroes program. It's another program where Morgan Stanley use to make sure that our veterans are recognized and can kind of initiate and come back and get into the workforce. One story that I wanted to share is Morgan Stanley was participating in one of the ALPFA events in Florida 2 years ago. And we kind of initiated a pilot of how we're going to start doing more hiring for veterans. At that point in time, there was an individual who came over and talked to one of our recruiters, and he said, you know, this initial program was for the analyst program, on-campus analyst recruiting programs, which usually juniors and seniors are the people that we recruit for that program through the summer. This individual came, talked to the recruiter, you know, had a little interview with the recruiter, and through the interview, the recruiter realized that this individual had 10 years of military experience, even if he was in his senior year in college. So they hired this recruiter. As soon as she came back to Baltimore, she went ahead and started talking to different managers in different departments and urged the managers to go and interview this individual. The person was hired not as an intern for the summer, but he received a more higher ranking and started leading a department just because he had 10 years of military experience. So this is how we can demonstrate and show how our veterans are so important in the business that we do. So thank you for everything. And we be here. We're going to have a table. If you have questions, come over. We're open to talk to you and help in any way we can. Thank you.
And last but not least, RSM is joining us as well.
Thank you, everyone. My name is Brian Ferreira. I'm here representing RSM. If you haven't heard, we're an accounting firm, but we do audit, tax, and consulting. I'm a director in financial consulting here at RSM, and we are very proud to sponsor what we have in ALPFA and also to get to know ALVA a little bit more. This is my first ALVA event, and we at RSM are always looking at the intersectionality with our employees, our clients, and our communities. So it's great to see both that there's Latinos and veterans together to show your full self, to bring your full self to your work, to bring your full self to impact your communities that you serve in, and are also our employees. So really appreciate the opportunity to be a sponsor here. Really appreciate the opportunity also to bring David Flores, who is the ALPFA Veteran of the Year, to share his experiences and stories. And we are just really individuals that together we can make change, not just in our communities, but also amongst ourselves. I think supporting ourselves, especially Latino veterans, especially through ALPFA and through ALVA, can cause great impact for us. So thank you for letting us be a sponsor, and we look forward to speaking with you. If you have questions, we'll also have later on in the afternoon some recruiters that you could speak with. Thank you.